Okay, so like we all know cybersecurity is a big deal, right?
Absolutely.
It seems like every day there's a new headline about some major hack or data breach.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
It can feel kind of overwhelming, honestly, keeping up with it all and figuring out how to protect yourself.
Well, that's what we are here for.
That's right, to help you stay ahead of the curve.
Exactly.
And today we are diving into a topic that's really changing the game when it comes to cybersecurity.
Yep, I'm excited to dig into this one.
It's called UEBA,
UEB.
or User and Entity Behavior Analytics.
It's a mouthful, right?
It's kind of, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a really powerful tool, and we are going to break it down and explain how it all works.
Basically, UEBA is like a super smart security guard for your digital life.
Like a security guard who never sleeps.
Exactly. Always watching, always learning.
So instead of just like reacting to attacks after they've already happened,
Right.
UB is all about proactively identifying potential threats before they can even cause any damage.
Yeah, it's like having a sixth sense for danger in the digital world.
I like that. A sixth sense for digital danger.
Yeah.
Now, before we get too deep into the technical stuff, I think it would be helpful to start with a simple analogy.
Sounds good.
So imagine you have a bank account,
Okay, I'm following.
and you typically use it for like, everyday expenses, groceries, bills, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then suddenly there's a bunch of unusual activity like large withdrawals in the middle of the night.
Oh, that would definitely raise some red flags.
Exactly.
My bank would probably be calling me right away.
And that's kind of how UEBA works. But instead of monitoring your bank account, it's keeping an eye on all the activity happening across your entire digital environment.
Right. It's looking at everything from user logins and file access to network traffic and application usage.
And it's using machine learning to build a baseline of what's considered normal behavior for you and for all the devices and systems on your network.
So it's constantly analyzing and learning and adapting.
So if it detects something out of the ordinary,
Like a sudden spike in data transfers or a login attempt from an unusual location.
it can alert security teams or even take automated actions to block the threat.
Yeah, it's really impressive stuff.
So basically, it's like having a digital detective constantly on the lookout for anything suspicious.
Exactly.
Now let's dive a little deeper into how UEB actually works.
Oh, sure. Let's do it.
So the first step is data collection.
Gathering all that valuable information.
Yeah, and this data can come from a variety of sources.
Pretty much anything that generates logs or records of activity.
Right, so we were talking about things like,
Like system logs, application logs, security event logs, network traffic data, endpoint data.
basically anywhere there's a digital footprint.
Yeah, if it happens in the digital world, UEBA wants to know about it,
And then all that data gets fed into the next stage.
which is behavioral modeling.
And this is where the real magic happens.
Yeah, this is where the AI and machine learning come into play.
So UEB uses sophisticated algorithms.
To analyze all that data and create profiles for each user and entity.
Yeah, it's kind of like creating a digital fingerprint. So it can understand what's normal behavior for each individual and each system.
And then once it has that baseline, it can start to look for anomalies.
Anything that deviates significantly from the norm,
Like a user suddenly accessing files they never touched before,
or a server sending out huge amounts of data in the middle of the night.
or a user logging in from a country they've never been to.
Yeah, those are all red flags that UEBA would pick up on,
And then it can take action.
either alerting the security team
Right.
or, in some cases, even automatically blocking the suspicious activity.
Yeah, that's where it gets really interesting. Okay.
Exactly. It's not just about detecting threats. It's about responding to them quickly and effectively.
And the best part is it can do this in real time.
Yeah, that's crucial when you are dealing with sophisticated cyber attacks that can unfold in a matter of minutes.
Absolutely. You need to be able to respond just as quickly.
Now, one of the key components of UEBA is that it integrates with your existing security tools.
Yeah, it's not meant to replace what you already have.
Right. It's more about enhancing those tools.
Giving them superpowers.
I like that.
Like, think about your firewall. It's great at blocking known threats.
Right. But it can't always keep up with the latest attacks.
Exactly. But when you combine it with UEBA, it's like giving it a boost of intelligence.
So the firewall can leverage UEBA's insights.
To detect and block even those zero-day attacks that it might not have recognized before.
And that's just one example.
You can integrate UEBA with intrusion detection systems, security information, and event management. Same systems?
All sorts of different tools.
Yeah, pretty much anything you can think of.
And that's what makes it so powerful.
It creates a more comprehensive and proactive security posture.
So it's not just about adding another tool to your arsenal,
It's about making all your existing tools work better together.
creating a unified defense against cyber threats.
And that's a big win for security teams.
Absolutely. It helps them to work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, they can focus on the most critical tasks instead of being overwhelmed by a flood of alerts.
And that leads to better security overall.
Right. And don't forget about the cost savings.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Preventing a cyber attack is always cheaper than dealing with the aftermath.
Absolutely. A data breach can cost a company millions of dollars.
And lost revenue, legal fees, fines, reputational damage.
Not to mention the headache of dealing with the fallout.
Yeah, it's not something you ever want to go through.
So investing in UEBA can be seen as a smart business decision
It's not just about security, it's about protecting your bottom line.
and protecting your reputation.
Exactly.
Now, of course, no technology is perfect,
That's true.
and there are some challenges and considerations when it comes to implementing UEBA.
Yeah, you need to make sure it's properly configured and tuned to your specific environment.
Otherwise, you could end up with a lot of false positives,
Yeah, alarms going off for no reason,
which can lead to alert fatigue.
where security teams start ignoring alerts because they are so used to seeing false alarms.
And that can be dangerous because they might miss a real threat.
Exactly. So it's important to find that balance between sensitivity and accuracy.
And you also need to be mindful of privacy concerns.
Yeah, since UEBA is collecting so much data about user behavior
You need to make sure you are using it responsibly and ethically.
and complying with all the relevant data privacy regulations,
But
but overall, the benefits of UEBA far outweigh the challenges.
yeah, it's a truly transformative technology that's helping organizations to stay ahead of the cybersecurity curve.
And it's only going to get better in the future.
So what did the future hold for UEBA?
Well, we can expect to see even more integration with artificial intelligence.
Making it even smarter and more autonomous.
Exactly, and it will be able to detect even more subtle anomalies and predict threats with even greater accuracy.
And I imagine we'll also see more use of UEBA in areas beyond cybersecurity.
Yeah, like fraud detection, healthcare, even marketing.
Really, anywhere where understanding behavior patterns is important.
Exactly. So it's definitely a technology to watch.
Absolutely. Well, this has been another fascinating deep dive. It makes you wonder, with the incredible advancements in this field, what kind of cybersecurity landscape will we be navigating in the next 5 or 10 years? It's a question worth pondering. And as always, we encourage you to stay curious and keep exploring the ever-evolving world of cybersecurity. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
See you next time.
See ya.